With Bruce's Luxury Travel, the world is at your feet.
We're talking about luxury sporting events, the trophy events that are offered, and we've just come back off of a major event, the Super Bowl, and that was something else, wasn't it, Barrett?
Yeah, what a game. I'd been in Miami in the days leading up to it and then sent my team on down there to be a part of. I mean, what a crazy game that was, right? I want to say it was unexpected, but then again, I mean, who knows with the Super Bowl being the greatest game. So two great teams, two exciting young quarterbacks, and, the Miami flair that was all around it the days leading up to it while I was there was certainly made for that. Again, destination plus a sport, put that together. I don't know why Miami doesn't host every year, right? So anyways, great fun.
You already purchased tickets for 2021, 2022.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the Tampa Bay will be hosting next year. So Florida's going to get back-to-back Super Bowls. We have the Ritz-Carlton, the JW Marriott is a brand new property opening this fall in Tampa. So that's going to be the place to stay for, people who want the deluxe premium experience that you book through Bruce. And that's, we also have plenty of other properties surrounding that, but certainly some excitement building for Tampa and their anticipation of hosting next year's Super Bowl next February, 2021.
So this is soup to nuts. Just about anything you want, we can customize it for you, including I can get transportation from your house to the airport, and then we can arrange for everything after that. So, I mean, it's so much that we've done next year and in the next few months. One of the hot events is Tokyo and the Tokyo game. So talk a little bit about Tokyo. I know that ticket sales for and the fill up for the Super Bowl event was at 98%. If somebody called you a couple of days before, we were talking about last program,
right?
You were able to put something together for them, and this is something that makes the service we offer better than anything that's out there, because we're customizing everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
The experience is customized for you. Everything that you want in that experience is customized for you. And we have the inventory and the ability to do it, which is pretty amazing. I mean, these tickets are purchased up to 10 years in advance, right, Barrett?
Yeah, several years at least. I mean, we obviously know when the summer games, when the winter games will be held about 10 years in advance. So we're able to certainly get a jump on that. But yeah, we begin procuring inventory for both tickets and hotel to make sure that's part of our full inclusive package years in advance. I mean, I could already disclose, I already have a bead on which hotels we have reserved for Paris 2024. 4.5 years from now, we already are locked into those. So that's the factor of working with a company like both Bruce and I, is that together in partnership, we're able to secure the best assets years in advance so that there isn't that last minute secondary market, the resellers market, battling people on the streets to try to figure out, these tickets, are they legit? Can I get in? That's just never the experience I want someone who has a bucket list desire to ever have to do. And so coming through Bruce via road trips, whatever it might be, all makes for a great, that seamless experience is what we're always going for at road trips to deliver on. But certainly, yeah, years in advance.
And we're talking about going to Tokyo. Tokyo tickets are selling like crazy right now.
Oh, they're sold out completely. Yeah, they're sold out. Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to just say last minute, I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to the Olympics in Tokyo. And that's the same with some of these other things. You're talking about an international event, whether it be go to Monaco or to Wimbledon or to any of the other events that we handle. If the inventory is purchased and we can just do about anything. I'm gonna not guarantee it, but these guys are.
I'll come close to it. Yeah.
It'll be. Let's put it this way: it's going to be better than you can do on Orbit or on Expedia or on some of these other ticketing sites.
Yeah, I
because
can't.
you
Yeah,
have it. They are scurrying up and trying to get this inventory, and you've invested, and
yeah,
this business has invested for you, the traveler,
yeah.
years in advance, and you're not going to do that yourself. I
No.
mean, you might.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you the number of requests I hear via their travel advisor of someone who said, you know what, like I tried this, I can't do it. I'm frustrated. I can't find that match that allows me to confidently take my family, my significant other, my kids, whatever it might be, to the sporting event or to the dream we've had to see an event together. And I sometimes scratch my head at the effort people are willing to put in to try to just do it themselves when they truly have a one-stop shop. You said it well, the soup to nuts idea of boom to boom, get off the plane, step back on the plane, everything in between covered. And then in your partnership, luckily for us, you're able to do air for your clients. And so it's a win-win, and it's, people want to think that there's all these extra layers involved, and it's not. You're looking at your travel advisor you meet with, and he's talking direct to me, and we're putting inventory out there that we've had for years to make it easy. So that's quite simple.
And necessary, you as the end customer, you as the traveler, can talk to Barrett and myself and customize this trip
Yeah.
that you don't have any worries, because I know how it can be.
Yeah. My dream scenario, yeah, like you said, my dream scenario is a 3-way phone call. If it can be Bruce, those watching, and myself on the phone together talking about exactly what they want, as I kind of take the notes and put it together and draw the interest of what section of the stadium they want to be in, what choice hotel they want to sit in, what days of a tournament or Olympics, or what sports they're drawn to, or what days of the Masters tournament, what days of the PGA tournament, what days of the FIFA World Cup. I mean, if we can put all that together in concert with what they want from an aspiration standpoint on a 3-way phone call, we go from a planning process to a conversation, and that's no easier way to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can also, in the case of Tokyo, couple it with a trip and a cruise. And there's a lot of cruises that are going around Japan. Japan's a hot destination to go to. So what
Top city in
better
the world. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what better way to lower your cost per day than to put a cruise in with the option and then go to the Olympics, spend some time there, and it lowers your cost per day. That's probably the best way to do that. And we're going to be able to do that for you, the traveler. LuxurySportingEvents.com. Just to go there, put in our request for a quote, and we can work from there. Now, there are other things that are going on between now and the Olympics. You mentioned a couple of them. And which ones are you thinking about going to and spending some more time at?
Yeah, I certainly know which ones I'll be at. I'll be present at the Masters tournament in April in Augusta, Georgia for the course of that week, everything from the practice rounds to the par 3 tournament all the way through the tournament that finishes on Sunday. I'll be at the Kentucky Derby, excited about that. It'll be my first time heading up to Kentucky for the Derby itself. I live in Nashville. I've been to Churchill Downs, but this will be my first time being a part of the hat scene, the mint julep scene, the bourbon scene on race day. So I'm excited about that. And then gearing up for the summer, I mean, like you said, with the Olympics starting the 24th of July, we have ample opportunities to really talk sports between then. I mean, we'll have March Madness and the college basketball tournament. We'll have that Masters tournament in April. We'll have the Kentucky Derby in May. We'll have the PGA Championship in San Francisco. We'll have the Euro Championships this summer for soccer in the lead up and kind of hype rounds before the World Cup qualifiers. So a lot to be said for what's coming up on the realm of sports before we even hit the summer games. I mean, there's a variety of other events that come on our calendar, events that you and I have on our website, that gives us, an open window into how we could best serve clients with sports before we even get to the next big hype event, which would be the summer games this July.
Absolutely. Now, what I'm envisioning for this broadcast is this is going to continue every month or maybe every few weeks, every 3 or 4 weeks.
Mhm.
And I'd like to be able to have us answer your questions via Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and
It's a great
what
idea.
coinciding with the broadcast, or we'll answer the questions online as we see them come up.
Mhm.
So stay tuned for that, and I'll make announcements regarding broadcasts well enough in the future so that you can keep this on your calendar. But of course, you can always see it after we've recorded it and broadcast it. This will be available on all types of venues. I'm thinking about putting this on luxurysportingevents.com site so that you'll be able to see all these broadcasts just by going to that site. And in the future, I'm looking at doing, in conjunction with Barrett and Company, some virtual reality broadcasts,
Nice. Let's
whether
do
it
it.
be live from some of the events that are local to us in the United States. I'll start off there and then do everything, soup to nuts, aircraft, transportation, and the hotels, the venues. So you get a better idea as what to expect when you work with us. Now, this is not a $50 ticket you're talking about.
Right.
This is luxury. This is your bucket list. And we're going to deliver on the bucket list. You'll talk about these trips and this trip or whatever trip you want years to come.
Certainly,
And
yeah.
it's something that you're going to say, I remember the time we went to the Super Bowl with luxury sporting events in Barrett. So this is what we want to do. And I always try to do this as a travel advisor, is to give you something that you're going to talk about. Oh, I remember when. And if even better, if it's something you're really avid, you're a sport fan in whatever venue you want, whether it be tennis or motor speedways or anything. I mean, but these are the trophy events, not the regular, hey, I want to go see the game this week.
Right.
This is the once in a while, once in a year, maybe with PGA, it's going to be some of the major events in PGA, that type of
Wimbledon, French Open. Right.
thing. And you can see a listing of all the things that we're going to be handling. And that's at luxurysportingevents.com. Just fill out the quote form. You have nothing to lose, and you've got a possibility of going on a trip of a lifetime. You have any final things to say, Barrett?
I just, want to thank you for your partnership, much like we did in our last conversation. Is just, I don't go out and really shop the idea of using road trips to any and everyone. And so I always look for partnered people who really do value their client relationships like you do with your trusted travelers, and count on that to sustain the reputation of road trips and for people to have a great experience. And so I love what I do. I love, the opportunity for me not just to attend sporting events, but long before I came into this industry, back in my past career in the military and at the State Department, I always prioritize attending sporting events myself. Shout out to my Clemson Tigers. While they didn't get it this year, they've been in the championship a lot in the past, and so I've been able to do a lot of those games. And so, yeah, all I would really say is that sports doesn't have to be difficult. Like, a lot of people think it has to be resellers market and finding space and stress with crowds. And I just get to say, hey, it just doesn't have to be difficult. When you think ahead, when you plan ahead, sometimes that's 2 months for people. Sometimes that's a year ahead for people. But when you reach out to Bruce and go, hey, I just need some info. I need some background. I need some pricing on these world-class events. It's really easy to kind of quickly identify if it's going to work or if it's not going to work for your budget, for your family, for your dates of travel. if your team's in it, to go for it. But at the end of the day, it's just simple. I mean, it's the blocked inventory we have. It's the previously bought space we have. It's the partnership with Bruce. It's my convenience factor of being able to say, hey, we get to talk to a guy who's been there, done that on the three-way phone call. And it all comes together truly, if you want, in a matter of hours. I mean, I know when we've worked together before, we've been able to, from a proposal to a finish and a close of a trip, through a deposit in a matter of 3 to 5 hours. So that's definitely not unfathomable. And if it stretches into a multi-day process, at the end of the day, that's typically just the end user, the client, making a business decision about when and what they want to do or for how much they want to spend. So again, it's really simple. It's really actually very seamless. And then you get that, the feel good scenario of being on the ground and being greeted and meted by maybe not yourself, but someone from Road Trips. Like I said, me being at the Masters, me being at the Derby this year, me being in Tokyo. It's just an all around easy way to do sports and to begin to check things off your bucket list that, your family might have had before. So that's all I would say.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you coming on board today, Barrett.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic talking to you, and hopefully we're going to be able to put together some stuff where I'm hosting and helping to host some of you that are out there that visit luxurysportingevents.com, and we'll have some extras for you when you come on board and travel with me or go through me to book your travel, because that's what I want, is to have that little bit of an extra for you, because you've been a valued client of mine and you're doing your business through me. And I'll aim to do that and make sure that you're really happy with your sporting event attendance and experience. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you again there.
Sounds good. Always good to chat, Bruce. Take care. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
With Bruce Luxury Travel, the world is at your feet.